Look, bro, I know this phone shaking a little bit, but anyways, your ego might be the ultimate reason why you'll never ever succeed in Japanese. Okay, bro, like, or just whoever you are. Because look, we're trying to. Your ego makes you underestimate how much fucking progress you can make. Like, you don't know how much you are capable of surpassing this language learning journey, or whatever you want to do. But anyways, I know that sounds pretty cap to you, but anyways, let's just get straight to the point. So for number one, I know this is a kind of video, but using Google Translate, okay? Using Google Translate is gonna do something to your ego because, first of all, you're trying to sound perfect in your Japanese, but not only will you might not get it correct, but you're also you're also how do I say it? You might spread the wrong message and the wrong and you're not and it might not be the right thing to use when you're in that certain situation, and like you're just not gonna remember it because you're not like intensely focusing on this specific set of categories. Like, if you actually want to get fluent, you're gonna have to focus on these specific sets of categories, but you're not actually focusing on categories unless you're actually trying to find that word within the Google Translating and just trying to see if it makes sense, basically. But either way, it might not be correct because again, Google Translate has many inaccuracies, so just don't rely on it all the time. But just to an extent, you can use it to help you, just not the whole way because it's just not as good as professional written books like the ones I've mentioned in the past. But number two, how it could possibly affect your ego, or how your ego is gonna stop you, is perfection. Okay, like related to the last one, we use Google Translate just to sound perfect in whatever you're trying to say, but not, like I said, you're not gonna put any effort, and it's just like not gonna, you're just not gonna make that much progress unless you're actually trying to use it to find a specific set of vocabulary within that translation. But if you, I believe, look, here's a secret of mine. It's like it works so well, and the secret is that it's pretty simple. Okay, I think it's pretty easy. I believe you have to put an emotional attachment or an investment into into learning Japanese or whatever language you're learning. Like, what value? Sorry for the speakers outside. I mean, speakers out of the room, but there's something playing it out. But like, like for example, what is the motivation? Are you trying to go to Japan? Are you trying to watch anime? Even though I don't think it's worth it if you're trying to watch anime, to be honest, because like you're not gonna just you're just gonna remember specific type of words since like they use like vocabulary that's not really used in real life sometimes. But I mean, you could learn some from there, but you should probably watch like videos that have the specific set of vocabulary that you've watched. But again, back to what we were talking about. We You have to connect your future or your motivation to Japanese, because without this powerful reason, because I believe as jobs like if like a job Japan or in Japanese or moving to Japan is just going to be very powerful, and in my experience, okay, because this may not work for all of you. It's just gonna tell your ass to get just do the fucking work. Just when it comes up to this, like if it actually really motivates you, if you really see yourself like it's not for this type of goals, but any goal that you have, like if I don't do this, I'm not gonna be able to do. I'm not gonna be able to talk to anyone. I'm gonna be a loner in Japan, or or anything, something like that. Like, you, if you just don't learn Japanese, or if you don't go to Japan and you don't learn Japanese, you're just gonna be a loner. I mean, unless you have social skills. But it's still gonna be pretty hard to communicate, and they have some social culture. But besides that, you just need a strong motivation to make you endure all the hard times you're gonna be enduring when you're studying Japanese. And then the next point, and I feel like this is like a really powerful one, especially, or like this is a really one that you can notice, especially when you're shy and anxious, is that you're not recording or talking to yourself, no, to somebody who is a native in that language, or like we said, this channel focuses on Japanese. You're not willing to speak, or speak or call people in Japanese because your ego just doesn't. It doesn't. You don't want people to see the worst of you, even though this embarrassment is gonna help you go all the way so far to learning Japanese, because that's like literally one of the only ways that you're forced to remember yourself, because you just do not want to make that mistake again. You just want to remember it so badly that you're not gonna forget about it. Like from what I've heard, it's like a very, very good strategy, like to embarrass yourself in that language, so that way you force yourself to work even harder and harder. But it just really depends on the scale of embarrassment. To be honest, like if you pooped in your pants in Japan, or like in Japanese exchange school, then sure, that's powerful enough. But anyways, it really does affect your ego, because speaking is literally like the most important part of learning Japanese. but, but anyways, here's another bonus one. Is this one doesn't apply not only for Japanese, but it's for real life, and it's gonna probably gonna make you more open minded and more wiser as a person, basically. And it's try to do things that are gonna destroy your ego, like in real life, per se, like public speaking. You, you like you don't want people to see you nervous, like everybody's watching you, but you're gonna have to do your best. But you're not gonna necessarily gonna do your best because you are not experienced in this. But at the same time, this is gonna develop the resilience from the humility that you have to go up and speak. Like you're showing you're not afraid to show like what you're doing. Like that's breaking your ego, because you're not afraid of what you're showing, and you don't care that you're getting disapproved. Like that's just not giving a fuck. Like that's literally the most powerful thing you could do. Or another example, which is not having like big expectations, or not thinking about an outcome of something, especially like social situations. Like you expect a girl and shit to do. like become so close, even though that at times that could never happen because you might not get you might not get along with each other, or simply she could have friends with you, but you're better than that. You're or vice versa. Because I'm not sure how many boys or girls that watch this channel, but especially in those situations, I think that's where a lot of us struggle, especially me. That's where our egos will get destroyed because we're very social creatures, and our opinions conflicting with others, it's just gonna break our egos and finally see someone who is a higher level at us or a different experience and actually or subjectively has a better opinion. They're just gonna make us help us get more progress, especially with a native, especially with someone who's been through your experiences. Like this, it's just not about learning Japanese. This is about real life. Like if you don't take this stuff seriously, if your ego is just too like it's way too powerful or like way too strong, do I just don't know what to tell you. Just try to do something about it and try to learn more about yourself, and that's all I can tell you. If you're egotistical, like I feel like I still am to an extent. Thank you for watching my video if you actually are, but I'm not sure if I should have any expectations. And I hope to see you in the next one and subscribe as well. See ya.